Today is day 15 of Inktober 2025. Hello, precious friends. Welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brenda Campbell. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. If you're already a friend, thanks for returning. I'll be your guide through the 8 steps of the Magical Zentangle Method of drawing. This is a practice, one that allows us to slow ourselves down and really be present in this moment. A practice where we focus on one thing at a time, one stroke at a time. It also provides a ton of other benefits, way too many to list them all, and I believe that if you practice, you will get what you are looking for and what you need, whether you know it or not. This is a practice that can change your life, and I say that because it really has changed mine, and that's why I say it's magical. I hope you'll consider including a little Zentangle in your routine, and I'm honored if you let me be part of your journey. I am participating in the Inktober challenge this year, and I mentioned already, but today is day 15. I already posted a short video where I talk about its origins with Jake Parker, who created a list in 2009, and that list was just a list of prompts to help him improve his own art. And it just kind of grew from there, and Zentangle seemed a perfect match. So anyway, that's the shorter story. If you're interested, you can find a link to that video at the end of this one. So I am going to be combining Jake Parker's list of prompts with Stephanie Jennifer's list of Zentangle tangles. And so as I'm combining them, my interpretations may be a little different than what you're used to seeing. But it's all good, so grab some paper and a pen or a Zentangle tile, find a comfy spot, and relax as we draw our 15th Inktober tile. So today I'm drawing on a tan 3Z Zentangle tile. This is a triangle shaped tile. It measures about 3.5 inches or 8.89 centimeters on each side. I am going to be using a light brown Micron 05 pen. I'm also going to be using a Sakura Gelly Roll 05 white Gelly Roll pen. I have a pencil and a tortillion for some graphite shading, and I have a white chalk pencil and a tortillion for some highlights. So we're going to go ahead and clear our space and get ourselves ready to begin with step 1, gratitude and appreciation. In this step, I am going to help you get settled into this moment by just taking a few deep breaths, and then we're going to add some gratitude by thinking of something to be grateful for right now. So let's begin with a big breath in and a long breath out. One more big breath in and out. Now just let your breath fall into a natural breathing rhythm and pay attention to it. Just notice it as you breathe in and out. now take a moment and think of something that you're grateful for. It can be anything, big or small. And once you have it, I want you to pay attention to how you feel. How does gratitude feel? And now just remember this feeling as we draw today. And if you reach a point where you just feel like you need a break, perhaps your lines are not going where you want them to go, just stop yourself. Take a deep breath in and out. Remember this feeling. And then I think you'll be ready to pick up your pen and begin drawing again. And that is all there is to step 1, gratitude and appreciation. For step 2, I am going to get my graphite pencil. Step 2 is corner dots, and I'm going to put a dot in each one of our 3 corners. Step 3 is a border, and we create our border by simply connecting the dots. Step 4 is a string, and for our string today, I think I am going to do a curvy line, but let's see, I'll do 2 curvy lines. There's one, and then there's another one. They can be any curve that you like. So I'm putting my graphite pencil away, and I am going to pick up my light brown 05 micron pen, and we are going to begin step 5, the tangles, with our tangle of the day. So for day 15, our tangle is Puffle by Sandy Hunter, CZT. And the prompt from Jake's list today is ragged. So I had to really think about how I was going to incorporate the prompt. And I think I have a good idea. I will let you be the judge. But we're going to go ahead and begin drawing Puffle by Sandy Hunter. Now, Puffle begins, actually, we'll start here. Puffle begins with just kind of a curvy line, and then we're going to come up and you can create a single loop and they touch, or you can create like a heart shape and you just do it backwards underneath, or you could even just do like a flower shape. There's really no limit to what you can do. Okay, so that is how we begin, and you can do a mixture like I did, or you can choose one of these shapes or something that you can think of yourself, and that would be the one we would do next. Now, because I have a tan tile and I like to add some contrast, I'm going to switch over to my Gelly Roll 05 pen. Now, this pen is a little bit narrower in terms of the nib size, and I can show you here. I'll do a little demo. Tap it a little bit to make sure it's going to flow, and then you can see that it's quite a bit thinner or finer than the 08 that we have used in other videos. But I'm going to use it here, and we are going to put a little bit of detail inside these shapes. Now, we'll start up here with the single loop, and I'm starting here at the base, and I'm just going to do a loop, and then another loop, and that's probably good enough. And then if you have two loops like a heart shape, then you're going to do two loops. There's one, and there's two. And then we'll do another smaller one inside. There's two. Same thing over here for a 3 loop shape. And again, another loop inside. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to be careful not to touch those right away, but I'll start over here, and I think we'll be okay. So we're just doing the same thing on this side. I didn't really follow my string line very well, but you know what? It's just a suggestion. So I must not have been feeling it. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, another loop. And then okay, that is really the gist of the tangle puffle. So I'm going to draw another one. So I'm going back to my brown pen, and I'm going to draw this one so that it kind of comes apart. It becomes a ragged ribbon. If you consider this a kind of a ribbon tile or a border tile, this one will be a ribbon that's falling apart. It's just gotten ragged. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. So bear with me. And we're going to start up here. And this time I'll do a little loop. Okay, so that is the beginning of it. Now let's see how it works out here as I add my white detail in the center. So we start out here, and these all look like they're in pretty good shape. So the details are also nicely shaped, looking good. this is the last one before it starts to get ragged. So I'm gonna say we want to come up here, but then our ribbon starts to fall apart there. And we'll do the same thing over here. Thicken the line up a little bit in some spots. They're even fraying a little bit, it's so ragged. I'll even fray off this brown string just a bit. There. So we have our tangle, Puffle by Sandy Hunter, and we have our prompt of ragged, which we've incorporated with this second little string. So I am going to put my pen away, pick up my graphite pencil for step 6, the shading. And we're going to begin with the graphite pencil. And I'm going to start, let's start with our one on top. I'm going to put just a bit of graphite at the tip of each one of these shapes. Here. Okay. Now with my tortillion, I will blend that out just ever so lightly. Here to this second one, same thing, just lightly blending it out at the tip or the point of our shape. But this one doesn't have a point, so I just kind of put a little bit of graphite in there. Okay, so let me get my white chalk pencil now. And we're going to add a little highlight. So I am just going to add like a small line at the top, the rounded sections of each of our shapes. Now my tortillion for my white chalk. And we're just going to go ahead and, again, lightly blending out the white chalk to give us a little highlight. I just put a little bit in here at the tips where it looks a little frayed, just to maybe add to that fraying. Okay, so now I'm getting my graphite pencil back out, and I am going to put, let me see. I think I'll just put a little bit of graphite under this one string. Let's see, let's put a little bit under that one and a little over there. Now these just kind of mimic the line that I'm trying to shade. It doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, these are not perfect. Admit this one probably needs a little something too. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. We've got some highlights, we've got some shading, some shadow, lots of contrast actually. Hopefully that is enough ragged to incorporate into our puffle. So let's move on to step 7, which is initial and sign. I'm bringing out my light brown 05 pen again, and I am just going to put my chop just right over here. I think I'll put it right up here. If you don't have a chop, don't worry. You can just put your initials on the front. Then I'm going to flip it over and sign it. I always date them, but I will do it off camera. And then I will make my note. So this is day 15 of Inktober 2025. And then we'll flip it back over for step 8, which is simply to appreciate again. So now we can take a moment and we can appreciate the time that you took for yourself, this time of mindfulness, trying to be present. That's always a good thing. You can be appreciative of the little piece of art you created if you drew along with me. I am appreciative of every single one of you watching. And so thank you again for joining me today. I hope you'll come back tomorrow for day 16. It's kind of like hump day of October. 15 days, and then there's 16, and then there's 15 more days. So that's all we have for today. Thank you once again. And as always, remember to be you and be happy.